Hello, everyone. This is Craig Ries with Hollywood Junket, and tomorrow is the premiere of Got to Get Out on Hulu, Friday, April 11th. And we are so lucky to get to talk to one of the contestants from the show. I've got Spencer Pratt with us right now. Spencer, we don't have much time, so I'm going to jump into some questions right away, but thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. All right. So I asked Omarosa kind of the same. Unfortunately, you both kind of have this villain persona. Going into this house, how did you kind of get other people to like and trust you, especially if they recognize you from previous shows?
Yeah, I don't think anybody trusted anyone in this house. I never did. It's the
Yeah.
way the game's set up, you'd be foolish to trust anyone. I don't think it was an issue because nobody was paying me to be unlikable. So my only goal was just to be very transparent that I'm getting out of this house and getting as much money as possible. And so I feel like once people figured out I was in there just for that and not to like steal people's breakfast or whatever. I think it was all good.
Yeah. So we know that there are clues given in the show, but that's about all we know. Is there anything you can kind of give us more about that and the kind of gameplay that happens on Got to Get Out?
Yeah, so there's the clue room, and whoever gets that important clue on when a window will go green at a certain time of money, like however much money adds up on the clock, you're gonna have a window, no pun intended, where that goes green instead of red, and you can get out of it. But there's a 19 other people trying to stop anyone from getting out. So if they hit this red button, closes the gate, and then your chance you don't get to use that clue again. So it's beyond hard because you realize quick you're gonna need alliances, and you also don't want to bring people off because now you're splitting money. Or if somebody's bringing you in, do you believe they're even going to split the money with you? Because they don't have to once they get to the money.
Right.
They can choose not to give it to you.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of twists and turns in the show. I cannot wait. If we look at the episode descriptions, one of them mentions the power going out. Can you tell us a little about that specific episode and did that affect like having to save the compound or secure the compound, basically? Or if
Uh,
you can't say anything, you don't have to.
I don't remember because I it was all a blur because it was that insane. But I recall that that would just probably mean the button was down for a certain amount of time. So then now we're really, or maybe that, oh, when the power went down, the watchtower alarm went off, I think. So now the watchtower is obsolete because we have a watchtower above the house and it has this latch. And if you pull the latch, it sounds the alarm in the house. So you know to hit the button. But if no one can, if that power doesn't go off, it means you have to run from the roof all the way down like 3 stories through the attic, to yell to somebody, and it may not be enough time. So that definitely took it to the next level.
That makes more sense. I can't, a watchtower. I love. How do players manipulate each other on the show? Or I guess do they? And if they do, like, how does that happening? And do you have a good example or a surprising example of one instance?
Yeah, like Trash Can Steve, for instance, he would lie so much. Like one time, like you'd always asking somebody like, "Oh, you got any clue? You got any ticket?" But whatever it is, whatever you say. And I remember him being like, "I have the button disabler," or whatever, which he had made up. But it was such a good lie that it's like you want to bring him into like something because it's like he's got a button disabler. It's just such a good lie.
Yeah. It just sounds like there's so many things happening that why wouldn't you believe that? Like
I was
it's
like, oh,
awesome.
Steve's got the button disabler. We got to bring him in.
We know that there's non-reality competition people in this show as well. How did they react to seeing you and other reality show people that showed up the first day?
I don't think anyone cared because with the
Yeah,
money going on, like everybody in the house is pretty much irrelevant because we're all focused on getting out of this house and getting $1 million. So I think if there was no money, people would be more invested and concerned and like trying to get their fame or clout or 15 minutes, they say, or whatever, off of drama. But this one and this show, is money. It's like, how
Yeah.
do we get the money? So I don't think anyone cared about. I didn't care who was in the house, and I didn't feel like anybody cared.
Yeah. Spencer, final question. Can you think about what was the most interesting exit strategy that someone tried to attempt on the show? And give us as much as you can.
Uh, I think the one Kim came up with for mine that's in the trailer where her idea was to disguise yourself as like a crew member. So I think Kim had the best idea.
I did see that in the trailer, and I thought that was brilliant. Yeah, yeah. Can't wait to see how that turns out.
It's now I've gained so much weight from eating burritos, I wouldn't even have to stuff pillows under my shirt though.
Spencer, this has been so much fun. I actually got all my questions done, so I really, really appreciate your time. And we all are looking forward to this show again. It premieres tomorrow on Hulu, Friday, all the episodes, one day. And I know what I'll be binging tomorrow, so cannot wait.